Welcome to the Deep Dive. So maybe you're listening today because, well, you're feeling a sort of pull towards something more, maybe in your creative work or your leadership,
Mm-hmm.
or perhaps you're just looking for that consistent rhythm for your creative side,
Mm.
or maybe dealing with those hurdles we all face, self-doubt, maybe even burnout.
Yeah, those are really common struggles.
Definitely. So today we're going to dig into something called the Creative Keys membership. We really want to unpack what it's actually offering and explore if it might be what you need for your goals.
Exactly. And right up front, there's something important to mention, the special founding member pricing opportunity. We'll get into the details, but it's worth keeping in mind.
Good point. So we've looked through the materials, what's included, who it seems designed for,
Mm.
even some feedback from people already in it.
Right. The goal is to give you a really clear picture of its potential value. So, where should we start? Maybe the core concept.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so the heart of this whole thing seems to be this framework they call the creative keys.
Hmm.
And it's positioned as like more than just finding random bits of inspiration. It's framed as a way to fundamentally shift how you approach things.
A shift. Okay. In what way?
Well, they describe it as a kind of structured path, moving from, say, fear holding you back towards actively creating, and shifting from self-doubt towards taking action that feels right, that's aligned.
Okay, so fear to creativity, self-doubt to aligned action. That sounds pretty compelling.
It does. And this framework, it's built around 12 specific keys.
Hmm.
And each month, the membership apparently focuses on just one of them.
Right, and these keys are concepts like trusting intuition or courage, aligned action, things like that.
Okay.
And the goal isn't just to, understand these ideas intellectually. It's really about integrating them, making them part of how you lead, how you work, how you live day to day.
Integration, that's a key word they use, isn't it?
Yeah.
Different from just being inspired for a moment.
Exactly. Inspiration can be fleeting, right? Integration suggests lasting change, making it part of your toolkit.
So how do these keys actually help someone listening? How do they function as, like, practical guides?
Well, the way it's presented, each key tackles a specific aspect of that creative or leadership journey. They're meant to help you reconnect with your own voice, your intuition, that gut feeling that can sometimes get lost in the noise.
Mhm.
And they also offer tools or ways to navigate fear, those creative blocks that just inevitably show up for everyone.
Right, those roadblocks.
Yeah. So ultimately, the aim seems to be helping you lead and live with maybe a deeper sense of purpose and connecting your bigger vision with, the actual steps you take, real meaningful action.
Okay, so a framework, but with practical application.
Yeah.
Let's break down what you actually get as a member each month. There are a few core things, it seems.
Yes, definitely. First up, there's a live monthly group coaching session.
Okay.
It's a 60-minute live session on Zoom led by Paige Williams, focusing on that month's specific creative key.
And what if you can't make it live? Life happens.
That's covered. They make it clear that replays are always available, so, there's flexibility there, which is important.
Yeah, flexibility is huge. What else is included?
Well, there are also creative practice prompts. Each month, members get specific journal prompts and exercises tied directly to that month's key.
Ah, so it's not just listening to the coaching call, it's active engagement.
Exactly. It's designed to get you thinking, reflecting, and applying the concepts personally, sort of grounding the ideas and fostering growth around that specific theme.
Makes sense. And I think you mentioned a community element too.
Yes, absolutely. Membership includes access to a private online community. They describe it as a space for like-hearted creatives, entrepreneurs, leaders, and seekers.
Like-hearted, okay.
Yeah. So it's meant to be a place to connect with others who are on a similar path, share what you're going through, get support, maybe some encouragement, like a built-in support network.
That community piece can be really powerful, can't it? Having people
Mm.
who get it.
Definitely. And there's one more main benefit listed: early access and exclusive offers.
Okay, tell me about that.
This basically means members get first dibs on signing up for new things like retreats, courses, or other experiences Paige offers.
Ah,
And beyond just getting early notice, they also mention member-only perks and special pricing on these additional offerings. So it could be a nice bonus if you plan to engage more deeply later on.
right. So it sounds pretty comprehensive. The live coaching with replays, the practical prompts, the community, and these extra perks. Now, who is this really for? They give you some guidance on that.
Yeah, they do. It's specifically aimed at creatives, leaders, entrepreneurs, and also people who might just call themselves seekers.
Seekers, okay.
A bit of a diverse group, maybe, but the common thread seems to be a desire for more. More clarity, more courage, curiosity, more alignment in their work and life?
So people actively wanting to grow or change things.
Seems so. It's also mentioned as being particularly relevant if you're going through some kind of transition career, personal life, whatever, or if you just want that consistent source of inspiration and maybe structure.
They actually have some direct questions in the material, like, is this you? Which I found helpful.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, things like,
Oh,
are you craving clarity? Do you want a consistent creative practice? Are you looking for coaching that's maybe priced accessibly? Need tools for challenges? Want a supportive community?
okay. Yeah, those really zero in on the core offerings, don't they?
Right.
Clarity, practice, coaching, tools, community.
Exactly. And they make an interesting point about the word creativity here.
Oh, what's that?
It's not just about being an artist in the traditional sense, like a painter or musician.
Right.
They define creativity much more broadly. It includes things like intuition, intentional leadership, even designing a life that feels aligned with who you are.
That's a really important clarification. So it's not just for artists. It's for anyone wanting to tap into that intuitive, intentional side of themselves in whatever they do,
Precisely. Which really broadens the potential audience, I think.
for sure. Now, do we have a sense of why this works for people? Any feedback from members?
We do. There are a couple of testimonials
Yeah.
included. One from Holly Truitt says, Paige's thoughtful guidance helped me shed what no longer serves me and step fully into what's calling me.
Wow, okay. Shed what no longer serves me. That speaks volumes about transformation, doesn't it?
It really does. Imagine letting go of those old patterns.
Yeah, and there was another one.
Yes, from Maggie McCall. She says, if you're ready for real transformation, this group is for you. Small investment, big reward.
Small investment, big reward.
Oh, yeah.
So highlighting the impact, but also the perceived value proposition.
Exactly. It gives you a sense of the kind of results people feel they're getting.
Those are powerful endorsements. Okay, so let's switch gears slightly and touch on some practical things. The FAQs, right? People always have practical questions.
Definitely. Like, how do the live sessions actually work?
Mm.
Logistics.
Right. So they're monthly on Zoom. You get a calendar when you join. And as we said, crucially, replays are always available if you miss it live or want to rewatch.
Okay. And the time commitment. This is going to be another huge thing to add to the schedule.
They estimate about 1 to 2 hours per month. The messaging seems to be focused on integration, not overwhelm, like getting one clear intention or action step each month rather than, a mountain of homework.
1 to 2 hours sounds doable,
Hmm.
manageable even, intentional.
Yeah, that seems to be the goal.
What about flexibility with the membership itself, like contracts or canceling?
Good question. The info says you can cancel anytime, apparently with just one click. And if you do cancel, you keep access until the end of your current billing period.
Okay, so no long lock-ins. That's good to know. And what happens right when you sign up?
Instant gratification, kind of. You get immediate access to a private Slack space.
Ah, the community hub.
Exactly. So you can connect with people right away, share things, get inspiration between the monthly calls. It's like you join the conversation immediately.
Nice. That immediate connection is a plus.
Yeah.
Okay, one last practical point from the FAQs.
Mhm.
Refunds. How does that work?
They state a no refund policy. The reasoning given is because it's digital content and coaching, and you get immediate access to everything.
Right.
But again, they stress that you can cancel future payments anytime, so you're not locked in if it's not for you. You just don't get past payments back.
Okay, that's clear. So we've covered the framework, the monthly stuff, who it's for, heard some testimonials, got the practical details. Now, let's talk about that big opportunity we mentioned at the start,
Yeah.
the founding member pricing.
Yes, this is definitely something to highlight. The regular price after the launch phase is set at $77 per month.
Okay.
But right now, for founding members, the rate is $49 per month.
49 instead of 77? That's a pretty significant difference.
It is. And the key thing here is it's not just an introductory discount for a month or two.
So,
No. If you join as a founding member by the deadline, which is June 30th, you lock in that $49 per month price for life, for as long as you stay a member.
wow, okay. Locked in for life at $49 a month. That's genuinely a strong incentive to join early.
Absolutely. It's a substantial ongoing saving, a real chance to invest in this kind of support at a much lower rate, permanently.
And when does this founding member window close again?
The special pricing ends on July 30th, so you need to join by June 30th to get the lifetime $49 rate, but the offer itself is available until July 30th.
Got it. June 30th for the lifetime lock-in. July 30th is the final cutoff for any founding deal. And important to repeat, even at this special rate, there's no long-term commitment, right? You can still cancel anytime.
Exactly. All the flexibility still applies. It's just about securing that lower price point if you decide to join now.
Okay, so summing it all up, the Creative Keys membership offers this structured approach, the 12 keys for growth. You get monthly coaching, practical exercises, that community support, and some exclusive perks.
Right. A whole package designed for clarity, creative momentum, connection.
And for anyone listening who joins by June 30th, there's this really significant benefit of locking in that $49 per month founding member rate for as long as they're in, instead of the regular $77.
Precisely. It's definitely an opportunity to access all these resources in the community at a noticeably lower investment ongoing. If that search for clarity or consistent momentum or just a supportive framework resonates, this is a chance to jump in at that special rate.
So maybe the question for you listening is, what part of your own creative potential or your leadership or just your life feels like it could use that kind of consistent focus and support right now?
Hmm.
Thinking about the value here, and especially that limited time founding member pricing, could this be the right time to make that kind of intentional investment in yourself?
It's definitely something to consider seriously if the description clicks with you.
Yeah. We'd encourage you to check out the details further if it feels like a potential fit.